Okay, I think we are live. I'm not too sure what's happening. This is the first time that I am doing something live, so here we go. In this particular live segment, which is by the way, my first live segment, I will cover things that I do know. So I'll cover the equipment, and I'll also cover why I got into vlogging and making movies in general. So at the moment I'm talking to myself, but I'm sure there will be someone at some point that will be looking at this. So let's get on with this show. So the equipment that I use to make videos in general, I've basically got a bit of a list together. I use a Samsung microphone, which is basically just a microphone, a USB mic that you plug in. And the reason why I use this is, one, it's been given to me, so obviously it was free, but it has so much better audio than, let's say, you know, one of these microphones here, or the one that's on the camera that I'm recording with now. The other camera that I have is a G7X, so it's a little point and shoot camera, and I think that camera is awesome in as far as you know, just being able to shoot, the image quality, and the fact that it's just so portable. The other camera that I have, which is my bigger camera, is the G7, which is a Panasonic camera, and that camera is a little bit bigger. And it's this one here actually. So if you're noticing what this monstrosity on top of it is, that is just a microphone. That's a Rode microphone that just goes on top of the camera as such. Ooh, live health. What are we doing? Hopefully it's all going well. Okay, so that's that. Also have a couple of lenses for that G7. I've got the Olympus 12 to 40 millimeter, which I think is an awesome lens. It's certainly very clear. Not the best in low light. I didn't find that it's really good in low light. I actually took it in low light today, and it was okay. It wasn't too bad. Oh, do we have? Okay. And then we've got a 45 millimeter portrait lens, and really that is just for portraits and nothing else. So I just use that 45 millimeter for portraits, and it actually does a really good job. It's a 1.8, and given that this camera is a micro four thirds camera, it's you know, equivalent to like 3.8 or something like that. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Then what else do we have? I've got a Xiun Smooth Q stabilizer, and that's for my phone. Many times than not, I don't really need much more than a mobile phone, and I think that's pretty good. And that particular stabilizer can follow you around, and I might show you how that sort of works down the track. But it's really great when I do my gardening videos and stuff, and it really does help. Basically, you know, you don't need to carry the camera around, you can just move and the thing just follows you. So and the last piece of equipment that I use for my filming is the iPhone 6. So iPhone 6 is a great phone. Not so great now that I've broken the screen, which I need to replace, and obviously the camera. I don't replace the camera, but just the screen, but the camera doesn't work if the screen is broken. So that's pretty much it as far as the equipment is concerned. That's all that I use for the moment. I used to have a lot more equipment. I sort of sold it, and there was a reason for that, basically because I had a 5D Mark III, and it was really hard to focus on yourself if you're filming on your own. I think if you're filming short films, it's absolutely fine. If anything, it really excels in that area. But it just wasn't useful for what I sort of needed it for. And yes, I took a lot of photos with it, but I didn't take that many photos that it warranted me to keep it. So I sold that, and I got myself a G7. And the upgrade path to G7 is to get a GH5 at some stage. So that was my sort of upgrade path. So let's talk about why I got into vlogging in general. Now, the reason why I got into vlogging is a couple of reasons. One, because when I was really young, we came from a war-torn country. Basically, when we moved away from where I lived before, we didn't have any photos. I think I only got one, maybe two photos from my childhood, essentially. And I don't know, that's one of the things that I really want, you know, like I really put a lot of emphasis on. I really wanted to basically have as much history as I possibly can, not just for myself, but for my son, and hopefully another child down the track as well. So I do, yeah, that's one of the reasons why, yeah, I do what I do. The second thing is, there are certain things that I know and I enjoy teaching. I really enjoy getting out there and teaching people things that I know how to do well. Or even if I don't know how to do it, let's say too well, but enough for someone that doesn't know at all to give them a head start. And so that's one of the other reasons I really enjoy teaching, and that's why I started my other channel, which is an urban farmer channel, which is everything to do with gardening and all that sort of stuff. I didn't want to clutter this particular channel too much with that, so that's why I kept them separate essentially. And the other thing I really wanted to, along with spreading knowledge, I also wanted to spread a bit of encouragement as well, because I suppose in the world we do have a lot of people that will try and put you down and not really try and lift you up as much. And I know what it feels like to be down. And the stories that I say, like today we went to apply for a home loan to say get another investment and so forth. It's really to encourage people like myself who are, have just got in their 30s and hardly bought their first house, to be able to sort of pay that house off and move forward with being able to build that wealth and all that sort of stuff. And it's not just about money, but overall happiness. So that's one of the other things that I sort of really wanted to achieve with this channel. I wanted to encourage as many people that are in the same boat as Natasha and I am, to sort of say, okay, like you don't have to live day to day. We can move forward together. And I suppose that's one of the things that I really wanted to sort of instill in this channel. So you'll notice me mention a couple of things along the way, that might sound like, oh, he's talking about money or he's talking about this, but it's not really about money. It's really just about encouraging people and showing them, like, we came from basically nothing. And I'm not saying that we're not millionaires or anything like that, or not even close to it. We still have a mortgage on our house. But the fact that we are trying different things to get out there. And I'll show you an example. Like I've got a really good idea for an app, and it's I'm sort of slowly designing it at the moment. I'm also designing a bag that I thought was an interesting sort of concept with another friend. I'm also doing a couple of other things, like trying to buy another property. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Andrew's saying nice headset. Yeah, this is actually one of the headsets that I got in, I think it was it 2012? I think it might have been something like that. So no, it was yeah, it was from from TechEd. That's right. Yeah, really good headset. Although the microphone is not that good. I can't say that I enjoyed the microphone itself. So yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to achieve with this channel, and it really does help when people sort of have different ideas. And one of my good friends, Andrew, and I are going to have a little competition. So we bought the Shiyun crane, which is just basically a phone stabilizer, and basically to push each other forward, we're going to make a little competition of who can sort of make the best little home video. So using a good story and all that sort of stuff, just to be able to tell a good sort of family, I don't know, family background, or I'm not even sure what he chose. I think he said something about family, but I'm going to do more of a video of what it means to have a family for me. So that was, there you go, Andrew, exactly what I'm going to be making my video of, so you can always stalk me. Well, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to give you an overview of the equipment that I have, and just to sort of encourage you to do the same, that you don't necessarily need the best of the best. You really only need your phone, because that camera is good enough. At the moment, I'm filming with a sub $100 web camera, so I'm sure everyone else could potentially afford that. And also I've got a microphone that's about $70. So if you've got that, then you're more than equipped to make some movies. And I also just wanted to reiterate that this channel is very much about encouragement and making sure that we show you, first of all, it's just saving a bit of history for my son, so he knows what sort of fun we've had and all that sort of stuff, because these videos get lost over time, but also encourage the wider community in just moving forward essentially. So haha, Andrew goes, I can copy your idea now. Well, thank you, and you sure can. Then we'll be on the same level playfield. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I really like this live sort of interaction. I've never done it before. I didn't even realize how good it is. So there you go. I've got 3 people watching. I don't even know who's watching. I don't even know where to check that. Is there a way of checking who's actually on, unless people actually write a comment? Has anyone, I know Andrew is there somewhere. What about the other 2 lovely viewers? I don't want to click on anything just in case this thing dies altogether, but oh well. Anyway, it says 3 people. I think that's more than, you're stalkers. Oh, great stuff. Great. Thank you for stalking. That's it's very beautiful of you. Yeah, such a lovely person. Nothing like a good Wednesday afternoon stalking session. It's almost like one of my favorite activities. Little Jeremy. Why does that actually sound familiar? I don't know, Jeremy. Hold on. Who are you? Jeremy! Are you in my room, Jeremy? Alright guys, I might have to end this and not to drag it too long, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching and being with me, and yeah, let's kick on. Bye bye. Tell you what, this live thing is awesome. I'm going to be doing more of this sort of stuff. Boom. Okay, where do I actually stop this? Stop streaming.